I work with 6 different voluntary organisations, Red Cross and Home from Hospital and Fair Trade Shop. But the organisation with which I probably work most closely is the Harrogate Easy Living Project. We're meeting here because I probably work more closely with Florence, Mrs. Povey, than I have with anybody else. Work is not the right word, play would be a much better word. We've been playing for about the last 9 months together. And so I've got to know Florence very well. I take her out at least once a week, and while her family have been away, we spent time together every day for the last 12 days. So Florence refers to me as her little sister, and I couldn't have a better compliment. 3.5 years ago, my very new husband was taken into care with advanced Alzheimer's, and that gave me some more time, and I was then able to resume the sort of voluntary work that I'd been doing before I came to Harrogate 11 years ago.
Jane has been an absolute godsend to us. Jane gives the time that we don't always have to give to Florence, and it's made it so that Florence lives independently and hopefully will continue to do so for as long as possible. But I don't think she would have been happy living independently without Jane coming to see her every week.
I heard somebody say at the AGM that volunteers are lifesavers, but to me, volunteering is life-saving for me.
Well, first and foremost, there's the 20-odd years plus that he's given as the chairman of the. First of all, it was just a committee. Now we're corporate and it's a board, and he's led us through thick and through thin over the last 20 years. He's chaired the committee/board. He's been a wonderful leader and an inspiration to us all.
Yes.
He's also one of the kindest and most generous men that I've ever met. Not only has he been active here in a voluntary capacity, he's also been active as the chair of the governors at Thirsk School and Sixth Form College. He also has led, and as far as I know still leads, another charity in the town which looks after the old infant school, which they let out and they use the funds from that for a charitable purpose. It's just the inspiration he's given us all. And I think somebody who gives that level of service to the community over at least a quarter of a century ought to get the recognition he deserves at some point.
Always liked being involved with community projects. My mother and father were involved with the community, so I suppose I grew up with it and felt that I should get involved. The best experience I have is if I've been out somewhere and I drive home through Thirsk at 9:30 on a night and see people walking through the town knowing that they've all been to the cinema to enjoy seeing a good film.